Say again.
Does acting help you actually with how you express your emotions in general?
100%.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say so. I
Is
feel
it like you can control like the real emotions and you just kind of put on a brave face? But I guess it's a bit of acting that everyone does. But is it like help you? Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I think Marlon Brando famously used to say like everyone's acting because we do. We're always
I can't stand that. Like corporate environments, man. Everyone's pretending to be happy.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you're all idiots. Like, why the fuck would you pretend that this is okay if no one else thinks it's okay in reality, and we're all in this level of pretending that everything's fine and it's not? Why don't we just do the job that we need the way that we're supposed to? And they're like, oh, that's revolutionary. And it's like, oh. 6 months later, HR meeting. You have an opinion? Tell us about it.
Really?
No, I've had worse. I once got told off for what was it? The people I work with these 3 women, and I got told that it was wrong of me and sexist of me to call the girls who I worked with, who I completely respect, absolutely loved, the girls. They referred to themselves as the girls. I was like, the girls, because they were both younger women than I was. They were like in the mid-20s. And I was like, like the girls, i.e. my girls, like people who I work with, my little team, that kind of thing. I was their manager as well. And apparently it's like, they're not girls, they're women. And I'm like, no shit. Like, obviously. It's like, no, because I thought they were still at school. Come on. It's just like, there's a line between, like, anyway, I could go all day about that one. But
there's that line. I'll say that, like, I did this in, like, uni as well. Like, pretty much everybody puts on a performance in some way.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they say, like...
You want to put forward your best self. Yeah.
That's why they say, like, I can't remember, I think I did about identities in university. And basically it was about, like, when you first start at uni, you have people suddenly change their hair colour, wear bright clothes and stuff like that because they try and stand out. So we all put on a performance. And I don't... with my job as well, I know I put on performance. Like, I'm not a professional. You can trust me and everything. But yeah,
you can't trust. You cannot
trust
him. Look at me, students. You cannot trust him.
But we all put on performance of how we want people to see you.
I just have fun
every day. I think.
I think so, and like I would say that's probably one of my big like missions in life is to cut out all that fakeness.
That must be weird. Like, how do you like imagine doing that? Like not even that fakeness, because I don't think you're a very fake person from having chatted to you. Apart from the media of safe answers.
Although you are an actor, so you're always putting on a performance. I mean, like that's your job.
It's.
I mean, it depends what you really define as.
Because at what point are you acting and which point are you not?
Right, and I feel like that's kind of like the
Am I acting as an actor? Welcome to that existential crisis.
Have you ever done like method acting where you like pretend to be the character before?
I feel like
go full Christian Bale.
Well, I mean, there's obviously levels to that of what you can actually do, because you always. So yeah, I've always tried to do that, especially for bigger roles or more interesting roles. I think the one that I remember definitely doing it like as much as I probably had was a very, very small film. It was a short student film. It was a friend of mine that I went to school with actually and went to uni with. I'd left at that point and he was doing a short film. He actually didn't want me for this part because it was like this kind of, it was a villain part.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he told me. He said, I would think it'd be great for one of the other parts, but I don't see you as this part. And I get it because...
Why not?
Because I'm not a villain.
Yeah, but you can be.
I think now I'm looking villainous because I got this. This is me now with this villainous beard.
Villain mustache.
But back then I didn't have the villainous mustache. I looked like a sweet little boy,
fresh face, and cute and adorable.
Yeah, and like obviously that's all you would really see of me in like my show reels. So from knowing me, it's like I'm not like a villainous person. So you can't picture me.
I'm not buying it. I can't imagine you being like, "Mwahaha."
No, I can imagine you doing it now.
Give us your best evil person. Come on, give us an evil laugh.
I can imagine it now.
Yeah, see, this is why he's all panto.
Yeah. So, because I like that's not really who I am. Like, I'm more of like people would say like I'm more like the jokey kind of guy. So I definitely get it, and I think that's what made me so persistent. Is like I have to do this. It wasn't like it wasn't a film that went anywhere.
Yeah, but it's a student film. But
it was a student film.
To show you what to show what you can do.
And I think it was I liked the script. It was like get to work with two of my good friends, and the part is like the part that I want to do. Like those are the parts that I think really interest me. These psychopathic characters.
Oh, I love a good psychopath. Everyone loves a villain,
Right?
Yeah, everyone loves a good psychopath because it's like you get to switch all your emotions.
I like an anti-hero more.
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference?
Anti-hero does it for more selfish motives. So like anti-hero will like save the day, but not like a Magneto occasionally.
Yeah, like a
in
villain
X-Men.
who becomes good.
He's occasionally will team up with the X-Men for his own selfish motive, then he's go back to be a villain.
So he accidentally does the right thing.
Or if you watch Dragon Ball Z,
Accidentally does
if you watch,
the right thing.
If you watch Dragon Ball Z, like a character like a Vegeta, he will team up with the Z fighters to for his own selfish motives, but not he doesn't do it because he care about saving people. He doesn't care.
Right. It's like
For those
his
of you who are absolutely
yeah. I get
I
that.
like a good anti-hero because there's more depth to their character. He's like, I'm gonna help you do the right thing, but it's because there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Now we're all evil.
Yeah, I don't care about saving
Also
the
good.
world.
Yeah.
I just care about whatever.
I mean, you kind of would, otherwise you
Yeah.
die. I mean, like, you know, like you got to say the word unless you got like, a really.
I don't care about London being blown up, but
like
my house
New
is
York.
there.
Yeah, but at those property prices,
I got two houses in London.
that
so
mortgage ain't
I'm
going
with
anywhere.
you.
It's all digital, mate.
I'm
Like,
with
you
you.
know.
But as soon as we save London, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Interesting. I didn't really thought about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's quite a sophisticated character to write. To be fair,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
You're
that.
right.
I love an anti-hero.
yeah, I just find a good anti-hero.
Yeah.
But like, it's interesting because I mean, I say this now, but when I was a kid, I remember one of the first things I got cast at like 4 years old was it was in a play of the Jungle Book, and it was Shere Khan. He was the villain.
oh, everyone loves Shere Khan. Oh, he used to scare shit out of me when I was.
I was
Yeah, he
I
did,
was
he
so
did.
I
sad.
hated. I'd hide.
I
I
remember
was
I-
quite
I-
cowardly
when I-
child, but yeah.
When I got the role, I cried because I was so sad
Why?
because I didn't want to be the villain.
What?
I'm a 4-year-old, so
You were four in the
Yeah, you wouldn't. Nobody wants to be
Nobody
Shere
four,
Khan.
like, yeah.
No,
yeah,
I was
Shere
like,
Khan.
I know everyone's gonna hate me. I'm the bad guy.
You get to dress him as a tiger.
As a 4-year-old.
As a 4-year-old, you got to remember the mind of a 4-year-old.
yeah.
Nobody
exactly,
wants
like,
to be Scar in Lion King. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to be Shere Khan.
Jeremy Irons. Come on, he clearly wanted to be. Like,
No, as a kid.
yeah, I know.
When you're 4 years old, you're not like, oh, he's a great actor. You're like, fuck Scar. He
It's like,
killed
oh
my
no,
father.
Scar killed Mufasa. But it's like,
fuck
yeah.
Scar. Everybody's like, fuck Scar.
But then you get to do the growly voice. You get to be like, it's like, well, I'm assuming he didn't say fuck you, but it's more or less, you know, it's like, fuck you.
No, no, he was like,
I would love that.
no, that's the famous line. It was like, long live the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, best line in the movie. Honestly, apart from the fact, like,
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I'm
nobody
glad
wanted
it
to
did.
be him though.
Exactly.
Everybody wanted to be Simba or Mufasa.
Well, that was.
I
I feel like
fucked up,
Simba
so-
was my first role model.
Yeah.
In life, actually, yeah.
I used to walk around with the Simba Mufasa bag.
Oh, I think I did as well. I used to walk around school and be like, I just can't wait to be king.
There's the headmaster coming after you with a cane, like, shut the fuck up. It's Victorian Day. But yeah, okay, so let's move on from like acting and that. Let's just go forward for so you mentioned in the brief that you know, you were in your first relationship. It's a long distance thing. Tell us about that. How's that going for you?
I mean, it's honestly super difficult. I don't know if any of you guys.
Where's she from? Tell us about her.
I mean,
How'd you meet? The whole meet cute. Let's go.
Yeah, so it was last year. I went to Malta for my first ever, I guess, lads. I mean, we're not really lads.
Yeah, well, you know, let's you know, like,
We're not really that type of
Stag
lads.
doing
But
type thing, yeah.
we're 3 men.
Three men.
And we were on a holiday together. And we went to Malta. First time for me going with other people, like that isn't my family. And I think for them as well, it was like all of our first kind of lads holiday in that sort of sense. And it was the second day, I think, I won't lie, we were just talking to every single girl that would walk past.
Standard.
And I actually it was a miraculous thing. Never happened before.
Wait, did catcalling actually work?
But we weren't it was not catcalling.
Because I own a van.
Well, I mean, we would just say hello.
Yeah, lovely.
Very,
Charming.
very. We've been working on this actually for
Wait,
the
you've been working on your word hello.
on our hellos.
Method
yes.
acting.
Yes. So I remember we
Take
used,
notes, people.
we used to go to this place in Canary Wharf, Caravan,
Yeah.
and we would eat our meals there, and we'd stand outside, and we would just practice saying hello there to everyone.
Hello
You
there.
know, just to. I guess we're like
Do you
most
find
people.
the Irish accent works? I used to use that occasionally. Like, you know, I pulled an Irish accent and I managed to hold it for 10 minutes. The girl got me a shot, and as soon as I was like, oh, I can't keep the shit up, she slap me. And then I
See-
was like, I was only going to the toilet. And, like, I was like, could you move out the way? Because they don't listen otherwise. And you're just like, could you please move your lovely
While
ass.
we're off point, can you do
Sorry,
the
yeah.
accent?
Yeah, what accent can you do?
I don't know. Most accent. That's I don't know. Can you name an accent?
Irish.
Irish, like
absolutely.
what type of Irish? Like you're gonna like
Yeah.
Conor McGregor Irish or like sort of like northern Irish is the
Northern
hard
Irish is
McGregor.
a scary one. Like,
What
like,
about
yeah.
American?
American, like a standard American or like a
New York.
Cali
New York.
New York American.
It's
is
funny
more
how
like,
everyone does the
which
stoner
one?
eyes
Like
when they talk about Cali
more
American.
like this.
Atlanta?
I didn't even know what.
Florida?
Floridian. That's like you got like you get smokers croak. Otherwise, it's like
Florida.
Yeah.
Welcome to Florida.
You just have to sound crazy. You just have to sound crazy.
Yeah.
it's like, so you're gonna go wrestle an alligator? Yeah, I just.
Then I'm gonna go shoot my kid.
Sorry to interrupt, but what? How you met your girlfriend? You said you are. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. So we were in Malta, and
This is fun.
we were just speaking to everyone, especially every girl. And first of all, before I even met my girlfriend, was the craziest thing that happened to me, because I knew a little bit of Italian. I know less now because I've had to learn Portuguese
Crack on. Yep.
because my girlfriend is Portuguese. So not that I had to. I wasn't like
No. I mean, you do though, because I mean, otherwise, you know, because let's
Just
face
like
it,
go on the hard
those
drive,
acts-
delete.
Yeah.
Don't need this.
But
like sitting there with the tequila, like, "Frump, won't be needing you anymore, Italian."
But so just this was like I think 10 minutes before there was one of these girls that came and was speaking to us, and she was Italian. I knew Italian. Started speaking the little Italian I knew, and then she asked me out. Wow, for a coffee.
An Italian
the next
girl?
day.
bet she knew a good spot.
Wait, that happens, yeah? Girls ask guys out.
It doesn't happen. It
in
happens.
Italy,
It happens
really.
one time
That hair
just
trick.
before you meet the love of your
Look at
life.
that hair.
Because I didn't go on that date with her. Because like 10 minutes later, and it
Wait,
was
so how did she ask you out? Does she like approach
No,
you?
isn't the Italian girl like? Wait, are we talking about the Italian girl who asked you out, or was it your missus who asked you
Oh,
out?
my missus definitely didn't ask me out.
Oh, the Italian girl asked you out?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
right.
I said yes, but then I
You do know that your girlfriend's
didn't
probably
go.
going to listen to this.
Huh?
You know your girlfriend's probably
She
going to
knows this story.
Oh, good. All right. Go on.
She knows
Right,
this
so
story.
continue. So this Italian girl asks you out. How did she do it?
In Italian, I can't remember the Italian words because I don't remember Italian anymore.
sexy.
But it was the Italian words for we should go for a coffee tomorrow, and that was good. And then 10 minutes later, I guess we were in a good mood. Like, things are going well.
Yeah,
a girl just
clearly.
asked me out on a date.
Are you sure she wasn't being sarcastic?
Maybe she was probably being sarcastic.
Sorry,
I
that was
can't
too
lie.
easy.
She was probably being sarcastic.
Was her number
realistically.
one?
Or also, the very likely thing is that I just misinterpreted what she said because I don't speak fluent Italian. I probably just made this all up.
She probably said to you, "Where's the
wind's
coffee?
away.
Where's the coffee?
Where's the
shop?"
coffee place,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like,
You're right.
tomorrow.
Yeah, baby go.
But it was actually, I mean, at the beginning, I didn't do anything to meet my current girlfriend. It was my friend. He did the braziest move I've ever seen anyone do.
Did you say brazy?
Breezy.
Brazy.
Brazy. What's brazy mean?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, I would decide.
Brave and crazy.
Yeah, I would define the word brazy. I think it would be short for brazen, maybe, but I would define the word brazy as bold and crazy mixed together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought you were saying it like a blood, because a blood always...
Oh, God, yeah, oh,
our
God,
blood
I
always
forgot.
replaces the C with a B, and they say...
Yeah, absolutely right. That's true.
Because they don't say C, because they hate Crips.
Would you
That
say
is
you were
a C.
blown?
Yeah.
Instead of you were a clown.
So they would,
You're
they
a
would,
clown.
Yeah.
if you didn't like someone, they'd call you a bunt.
Yeah.
How stupid.
They replaced all their B, all the C's.
I think.
That's how people talk. That's how people talk in California.
Why would you bother?
It's just, it's a lot of effort, isn't it? That's so much effort.
It's like speaking big Latin.
So they'd be like, they'd be like, I want a bopper buffy.
I want a bupper buffy.
Honestly, you're absolutely right because
It's
the amount of
seriously a
mental effort to do that is surely not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like they must look over their shoulders and be like, "All right, it's cool, no one's here."
So what that is?
yeah, it's like, yeah. It's
But it's
cool.
funny though.
I mean,
Funny, I hear people say brazy, and I'm like, do you know what that means? Like,
Yeah, you're absolutely
Anyway,
right.
no,
It does
sorry.
originate from the Crips, so probably
Yeah,
should.
so you're not a blood.
No, I'm not a blood, and I'm
Wanted
not a
to
Crip. I'm
clarify
not affiliated.
for audience.
Yeah, Greenwich is. I believe it's one of the few places. Well, I don't know if this is a fact, but I just remember one time it was during the second lockdown, and I was out with my friends, and we got G checked.
What's G-chit?
Like, where you from?
Gangster check.
Like, where you from, fam?
Gangster check.
That sounds quite threatening.
Yeah, it was rather
I think you're
threatening.
being mucked.
I
Yeah,
haven't been G checked in about probably 15, 16 years.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because
I've probably been G-checked a few times and not.
Last time I was G checked, I was about 17.
That's good, man. That's
I just
17.
answer them when people say, "Where are you from?" And I'm like,
You think
That
they're
could be a
just trying to
bad
be
thing,
friendly?
'cause if you're from a place where they have problems with,
"Nice to talk to you."
you could get yourself
you know,
stabbed.
like, yeah. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's got a problem with someone from Surrey?
I don't
except for the
know.
economy?
That's the thing. That's so you.
Yeah, you just sit there. It's like, you know, like, where are you from? Red
Sorry?
Ah,
Fuck you.
And then, yeah, because they just look at you as like, I've never heard of it. I'm like, great. Where are you from?
But then if you say that, then they're like, give me your phone.
What?
No. You know, like, simple answer.
Now it
like,
turns
I'd
into a
rather
mugging
not.
because you're from Surrey.
Yeah. Oh, but it didn't turn into a mugger for me.
No, I've never had
He
a
just said,
mugger.
"Ah,
I
cool,
don't
cool,
think- I've never
respect."
been mugged
Because I
once.
said
So what did he
Greenwich.
say?
Fuck
What did
off.
he say? Greenwich?
Yeah, I said Greenwich. He was like, "Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. Cool.
When was this?
Where the fuck was he
This
hosting
was
you from?
2020, like late in that second lockdown in 2020.
You got checked in lockdown.
You got checked
Yeah,
in
yeah,
lockdown. How bored were they? It's like, yeah, I've gone outside, still committed a crime.
Where this place I've been G-checked is in Oxford Circus. I was like...
In Oxford Circus?
Yeah.
What the fuck is being... Who can afford...
And the guy was so short. It was
Who can
hilarious.
afford to be a gangster in Oxford
It
Circus?
was hilarious. So this guy came...
It's like, yeah,
it was
you're from my ends.
This guy's probably like 5'2" or 1 or
Why is
something.
it always the yapping?
I'm 6'6". This guy, I was really skinny.
You
at
get
the
picked
time.
on by a lot of little guys.
But I was really skinny at the time. Really, I was like 11 stone.
Yeah.
That's like what I weigh.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no,
but
never mind.
imagine me weighing what you weigh.
You guys, wait, hold on. You guys work in Stone?
Huh?
You guys work in Stone?
Yeah.
Well,
that-
not entirely, no. I'm thinking...
I've never known anyone to work in Stone.
What do you work in?
Like kgs or pounds.
Yeah, wait.
No,
Never
pounds.
stone.
Pounds is American.
You know,
Yeah, but I use pounds, yeah, because the Americans sometimes like.
But pounds equals stone as well. That's the same...
Does it?
It's
No, it's always stone or
You got
kilos.
shit me. Like, wait, what?
I haven't heard
11
stone in
stone
like
2 or something like
years.
that, you know,
Yeah,
like, what?
stone or kilograms.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm 84
Yeah.
kilograms, give or take.
Yeah.
I've lost a little bit.
I don't even know why I would be in
I'm
stone.
quite proud of myself.
But yeah, what I was saying is, like,
Go on. Yeah,
I
sorry.
was walking
go
through
Tell me you were
Oxford
anorexic.
Circus. I was.
Were you actually?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Oh, I feel bad now.
yeah.
Sorry.
Long story short, I was like a really fat kid, and then I decided to lose a lot of weight when I was in my
Clearly it
in my
works.
teenage years.
Wait.
I
Was
just-
that through
Just in case
keto?
anyone's thinking of like losing weight, like how did you lose?
So
Was that when you did
just
keto?
stop eating?
no, this is before keto. So
Okay.
I stopped eating properly. So I was
But
like,
when we met, you were about the same size you are now.
yeah, I put on weight by the time you met me.
Yeah, you were like
yeah,
20.
yeah. No, I was about 20 when you met me.
All right.
But before that, I was like, I had some like weird things. So like, I went down, like, I lost like 9 stone. Like
9 stone.
I lost so much weight.
How long?
Probably a few months.
Wait, so what is 9 stone?
9 stones. About 60 kilos. I mean, don't check.
It's
me
a
on
lot
that.
of weight.
It's a
60
Yeah,
kilos?
It was a lot of weight.
That's
Yeah.
how. No, it can't be 60.
Alright, let's put it this
That's
way.
how much I weigh.
exactly. Yeah, I think
Could be-
yeah.
it
That's
could
about
be-
right.
You lost a whole beat.
Yeah, probably. Cause I was about what?
He was 6'6".
Yeah.
So to be fair, he probably
Yeah.
wouldn't.
It won't look
Oh,
as
it's
crazy as
true.
on me as it would on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, how much
yeah.
do you weigh now?
I weigh over 100 now.
100 kilos.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's stone to kilo thing. I'm totally with you.
I weigh over 100 kilos now.
I've got hiccups.
But anyway, what I was saying, I like when I was in school, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And by the
Well,
time I was,
Lynn's
in
big,
I was in sixth form, so by the time I was about 17, I was about 11 stone. Like thin. Really thin,
Yeah.
Really skinny. But anyway, I was walking through Oxford Circus, and then this guy goes, "What area are you from?" I looked behind me. So as I said, he was short. So I didn't see him, so I looked behind me.
Dad?
I kept walking. And I'm walking, and somebody pulls up beside me. He goes, "What area are you from?"
Did you just put your arm on top of it?
And I was like, I told him what area I'm from Kennington, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, "What, so you didn't hear me when I was talking to you?"
What the fuck kind of ego is this little
And I was
cunt
like, "No."
got? No.
And
Probably
then
because you were way
then-
down
then-
there, little man.
Then he said to me,
Fuck. I think my camera's just died.
"No, my one did."
Oh, okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I said,
It's a shame because you're telling the story. Do you want to swap seats?
No, I've got this
Alright.
camera over here.
Alright.
But I said to him like, "Yeah, I'm on a free lesson and all that." And he's just like, "Okay." And then I sort of crossed the road and walked off. But like, I'm like, this guy tried to G-check me in Oxford Circus. It was weird.
Oh, was it his first day?
His first day on the road.
Yeah. I mean, is it sort of like you know how like sometimes they there's that rumor that gangs put all the beggars on the streets and they pick them up at the end of the evening. Do you think G-checkers are doing the same sort of thing but on a smaller scale?
I think that's
Obviously,
like their
this guy's
training.
case, smaller scale.
I think it's their training, you know.
Yeah.
They go into
It's like, yeah,
the academy.
Yeah, the
Start-
academy of being a G. And then after a while, it's like, you know,
Why are we off point?
At what point do you
what
get
was
to
everybody's
shanking?
first mugging like in London?
Say again.
What was everybody's first mugging like in London?
I've never had one.
You never had a mug? I thought you said you got mugged in Croydon.
No, I think someone just stole my phone when I was trying to call my mum. But I was passed out. I was absolutely fucked. I don't remember anything of it. All I know is that I trod on a lot of people's flower beds just trying to get someone to call my mum. And then I thought my wallet had been stolen. And I was so drunk that it was actually just in my pocket, and I couldn't find it. But yeah, I mean, you know those times where you get really... I mean, I was 18 and it was like double vodka Red Bulls for like £5. And I think I spent about 30 quid. So I was fucked. Yeah, and that's kind of it. And we pre-drank. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty certain that, you know, it's pretty normal to have got money. But we found the phone in a council flat, funnily enough. And the police said...
A random one?
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, like, you know, we tracked it. And then and the cops, they found it. And it was just like... But they didn't get the phone back because it was too scary for them, I think. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, so what were we talking about before, man? Like, we were talking about something before we started talking about you getting G-checked.
Talk about the love of his life.
Yes, the love of your life.
I want to tell my mugging story.
Go on, tell the mugging story.
Because I got mugged once, and it was so weird because I didn't even realize I was getting mugged. Because this guy was just like, I was at the bus stop in New Cross, and this guy was asking everyone for some change. And I was...
Sounds reasonable.
Well, no, he didn't ask for some change. He was asking for money.
That sounds like he's begging. Yeah, I mean, like, you haven't been mugged, mate. That's a beggar.
He was a beggar.
Yeah.
I know he wasn't. I thought he was a beggar, and he was asking for money, and so I gave him money, but it was coins, and he slaps the coins out of my hand and goes, "Not coins, notes, fam. I need notes." And this was like,
Why would he assume you were carrying notes?
right, exactly.
It's just so weird. It's like, and nowadays, I mean, I do feel sorry for beggars now because it's like, you know, like, I mean, I saw the homeless guy coming around, like, you know, London Bridge on my way here, and I'm like, I genuinely don't carry coins anymore. Like, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I have to, like, you know, I mean, I can't even put £1 in the gym thing, you know, in the gym locker now because I'm just like, oh, damn it, you know, like, yeah, every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
That's the thing.
So he wasn't accepting coins.
Well, so I have to
During his
specify,
mug.
this guy was not a beggar. This is for
no,
fact.
I've
He
got
was
that
a
impression when
roadman.
he was like a roadman.
Yeah, and I wouldn't lie. I
yeah.
was kind of just giving it because I was scared because he was clearly like on something. He was like,
if they're mental, and that's
Yeah.
fucking terrifying because you don't know what they're going to do next.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I gave him some coins. He slapped it at my hand. He was like, "No, notes, fam, notes." I was like, "Sorry, man, I don't have any notes." Terrified. And by the grace of God, these two like people like come and save me. They're like, "Leave him alone. I don't think he wants to be bothered."
That's proper.
Then the bus comes.
Yeah.
I get on, tap, sit, think it's calm. This guy walks on, doesn't tap, by the way, but bus driver doesn't say
he fucking
anything.
didn't.
He starts screaming at me. He's like, "You know who I know?" He starts naming people that I don't
Why
know.
would you know who you know?
S. Squizzy.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't know. these
I know
people.
Ethel, motherfucker. Ethel. She makes the best brownies.
Road stab man or something.
Yeah,
Random
road
name.
man,
He was listening, and I was like, I was in
Cash.
shock, to be honest with you.
I know the Cray twins. Yeah.
yeah, literally. And I mean, to be honest, it's like that's
Are they dead?
Yeah, dead.
they are dead.
All right. Well, no,
Very
not few,
dead.
but, like, yeah.
You were
Very
scared
dead.
of upsetting the Cray
I
twins.
am not going to fuck around.
That's true. These are not
You know
people
what?
to
I mean,
fuck with.
the movie is literally called Legend.
I watched it. Have you watched it?
Fucking great.
Have you watched Legend?
I've watched it.
Love a bit of Tom
I
Hardy.
think
Come on,
Tom
stay on
Hardy.
point,
in that
stay on
is-
point, team. Come on, we've got to stay on point. at
Is that
least once.
isn't that the whole point of this? Do you just to stay off the point?
No. The point
No,
was
we
he
have to
go
go
off point, then he come back on point, then he go off point.
In other
So
words,
what was the
Marlon
point?
Brando
What was
says-
the original
okay,
point?
We're talking about how you were mugged. Okay, so you're on the
Mugged?
you're on the bus. On the bus, guy comes
No,
up.
the original point was about the love of your life. Then we went on to
Yes.
how we got mugged. So let's.
Don't make it hard.
We're gonna.
I think the mug. No, I know. I know.
When it is inception of our.
Make a
I
note,
know.
Marlon, I'm making a note.
Honestly, I think I understand this just like you guys do because all my conversations are like this. So we always have to like go back.
Sure, you're not pinging like me.
No, are you sure? What?
Are you sure you're not got ADHD?
Oh, probably.
High five.
I undiagnosed probably.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Go on. Sorry, I don't mean to just diagnose you in the middle of a podcast, but yeah, go on.
Mugging.
Mugging, yes.
I mean, I feel like that story is wrapped up. You know, he was screaming at me, and no one was doing anything because
So, did
no
you
one
just
does
sort of
anything.
Sit down quietly.
I was just sitting there like this, terrified, and he's there like, "You know, who I know these people. I'm gonna send them for
coming
you."
out, just sort of like show you the number.
So did he take? Did he take
how
anything?
did
Did
you
he take
like
anything
prove
from you?
I guess it wasn't a mugging, was it actually? No,
It's kind of a very strange, crazy person.
yeah, I guess it was more of a. I don't know. I was scared
terrifying.
to. Yeah, I was scared to go to New Cross for a while, but now I'm not scared anymore. When I walk in New Cross, my chest up. Well, I'm not like. I'm not like. I don't walk. I'm not.
A police escort.
I'm not walking out looking for trouble, but you know, I'm not scared anymore.
Shouldn't be.
Like,
Yeah.
my first attempt in mugging was kind of. I was about 15 years old. I
Who
think.
the fuck is dumb enough to mug a 6'6" black guy built like you?
I was 6'6". I was 15 years old. So I was about.
15 years old, so only 6 foot.
I was, yeah, about 6'2", maybe 6'1".
Judy Daly.
Still
That's
taller than me.
That's taller than me, yeah.
But I had no facial hair. I was baby
You have
face.
facial hair now.
I barely have facial hair.
What did you patch your patches? Look at that, it's smooth.
I got a bit of facial hair, but no, but I was really baby faced, really young. I looked really young for my age.
Yeah.
You were 15.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, I was in the phone shop.
6'10" year old.
I went to Walls Roads, in South London, I was in a phone shop trying to
know
get,
where
you know where it was? The Elephant Castle.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
So
I know where Elephant Castle.
East Street Market.
All right, we'd have to
Okay.
get too geographical. We have American
I was in
somewhere in South London.
I was in East Street Market.
London's the one that's on the Thames.
Famous market in London. Anyway, I was in there. I was trying to get. You know when like you used to get face for your phone, like we used to,
Faced for your phone.
so you used to change your phone face, the color of your phone.
What you mean, like
Like, you know, like the Nokia. You know, like Nokia. You change.
Oh wow.
Oh, the back
Oh,
cover.
this is old school. This is
The back
old school.
cover, yeah.
For young kids, like basically.
I do remember.
For you
yeah.
young kids listening, yeah, we used to
God,
like
you must be too young for
used to
this.
have your phone, and then you could change the color of your phone. You go to these phone shops before cases,
Yeah.
and you change the color of your phone. So that's what I was doing. I went to the phone shop to change.
Okay.
To change.
You went all the way to South. Oh, yeah, no, because you lived.
I lived there, so I went to the phone shop to change the thing. But I had a Sony Ericsson.
Those are the phones, though.
Yeah,
those are the great
Sony
phones.
Ericsson,
That
yeah.
was the last great phone in my opinion. It was
The
Sony
age of
Ericsson.
I had a Sony Ericsson, and most of the faces were Nokias. So,
Right.
so I had to go to phone shop to find the right one for my phone.
This
Yeah.
back before you could Google the phone
Yeah,
shop that has
yeah. So I went to multiple phone
Amazon
shops.
was
I was
another thing.
deep in East Street Market, and like it's in Walls Road. People call it Woolly Road. It's like connected with Peckham and all that.
Yeah.
So I was like completely on my own,
That sounds dangerous.
and I was in the phone shop, and this guy in the hood walked by, and he just started like screwing me, like watching me,
Yeah.
and then I was like shit, and I looked away. I got up. I went to the front of the counter, and I was like, "Do you have this?" And they're like, "No, we don't have it." So I left, and the guy was waiting for me outside. I was like,
Yeah,
shit.
you're not tempted just to ask these people how their lives are going.
Yeah, and then he
'Cause
goes
I
to me.
feel like, you know,
and
if
he
you
goes,
went into therapist mode,
Yeah.
they'd probably open up quite a bit
Yeah.
more. You'd learn about how he's having a divorce, and you know, you get to have a little bit of more of a connection, and
Yeah.
eventually you find you've got yourself a gangster.
the guy was literally perfectly positioned. He's like he was like he must have
It's almost like he did it on
he
purpose.
must have walked past and then
Yeah.
he walked around and came back to where I was gonna go. I don't know how he knew I was gonna walk this way, but he was stood right there.
It's a bit like how, like, you know, Gabriel
Yeah.
Prince.
But he must have walked because I didn't see him walk back around. He must have walked past the shop and then walked around and came back and waited for me. As I was walking
Did
out.
you not catch him peeking around the corner? But
No.
oh, he's coming this way. Oh yeah, like
He was like he stared at me and then walked like past the store as we like just literally walked past. So he walked that way. So
Yeah.
I thought, it's gone this way. So I'm gonna go this way when I leave. So I got out, but somehow he must have walked around and was waiting for me in this
This
direction.
guy's clever, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he
mean,
knew
what
your
happened,
exact
like-
route.
I bet
Yeah.
he didn't have any GCSEs either.
Yeah.
Like,
And then I walked in and then he just stood right there. I was like, shit. He goes to me like, what you doing around there?
buying a phone, fuckwit. You've just seen me in the shop.
No, but obviously I'm not an idiot.
Like-
I'm not gonna tell him I'm fucking buying a phone, no man.
Well, no.
So I'm just here chilling, that sort of thing.
I'm
He
just
goes, and he
chilling.
goes, yeah, and he
That's
goes,
not going to work either.
but then he goes to me like, okay, yeah, my little brother was like out later on.
He told you an X. He sold
Yeah,
you an X Factor set.
Yeah,
sob
he said
story.
his little,
Oh, that's amazing.
he said
Muggers with sob stories.
He said his little brother's walking around and he got beaten up by some guys and he thinks I'm one of the people that beat his brother.
Well, I can assure you, I'm not.
Yeah.
Look at my knuckles. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'd have your blood on them.
Yeah, I said to
Hey.
him, I'm like, no, it wasn't me. I'm like,
Oh, my
he's
character's
like,
died.
he's like, yeah, don't worry. Then he was like, yeah, don't. I was like, it wasn't me. He goes, I don't know that. Unfortunately, I don't know that it wasn't you.
All right. So then he just kind of checked to make sure
Yeah.
that he wasn't. I mean, that's perfectly reasonable.
No, he wasn't reasonable.
That's totally reasonable.
And he goes, I think you're the one that robbed my brother. But he goes, anyway.
But he let you go.
No, he didn't let me go. He goes, what phone do you have? Anyway, what phone do you have? And I said to him, I don't have a phone. Which could be semi-believable because of the
You
time.
were in
It's
a
like,
phone shop.
Yeah, yeah.
He just watched
yeah,
you change.
it could be
the cover.
it could be semi-believable. It's 2004.
I feel like you're asking for trouble.
But anyway, I said I don't have a phone. He goes, anyway. Then he goes, okay, if I search you, then I find a phone. That means I get to keep it then because you don't have a phone.
No, if you search me like a cop, what was he, like an undercover cop? It's like the irony. Like, you know, it's like shouldn't you? Yeah, like, you
But
know,
anyway-
you're the one who tends to get searched.
But
You know,
I
I'm
remember
very good at it.
But I remember
It's
you're
completed practice.
But I remember you're being like completely intimidated by this.
Oh, yeah,
person
you're scared
of.
shitless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like it's not like a random guy coming up to me like, oh, I'm like fuck off. But this is like I'm scared.
Yeah, he probably got.
So he's like, let me. He's like, okay, if I search you, I'm taking your phone. And I'm like, I said, you're not taking my phone. After he said that, he goes, what do you mean you're not taking? I'm not taking your phone. He grabs me like this. But then
scary, man.
he grabs
They
me
can't see
like,
on the camera, by the way.
you can see him like.
Oh, okay.
He grabs me like this, and I'm
I'm
like,
safe.
yeah. He grabs me like this, and I'm like,
Don't do the thing you did in.
only thing I can do is act brave, even though I'm terrified.
I'd be
Yeah.
scared shitless.
So I'm like, don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking fucking touch me. Like, what?
Yeah. Or do you
And
like
then
it did your brother?
They tried to drag him into an alleyway. Like, come in this alleyway then, innit? I'm like,
Oh, yeah. That sounds a lot more.
yeah.
Like,
So I start puffing myself up, like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
And then I start like backing away as I'm saying, and like, don't fucking touch me. I'm like backing away, and then like, I hit the corner, and I just run, sprint, got away.
So you didn't take it?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh man, that's
But-
a really lucky one. Yeah,
But how he made me feel so small, I couldn't even use my phone for a while.
What?
That's how bad he made me
You
feel.
couldn't use your phone for a while.
Yeah, because of the mental.
I had that with Instagram. It's like, you know, the whole.
Because I
issue
felt,
with
because he made me like so scared. He made me,
Yeah.
I had to run away.
Yeah.
He made me feel so
feel
small.
targeted.
Made me feel so small. I went home and just put my phone down. I couldn't look at it. I was like, that's how small he made me feel.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just change the cover and it would look like a different phone?
No,
Oh.
I did change the cover eventually because I was on the hunt for the
Yeah,
case.
exactly.
I found,
Yeah,
I did,
you
I,
finally
I
did.
did find it eventually.
You got the right case.
Yeah, I found it eventually.
All's well that ends well.
But for like a week, I couldn't use my. I left it at home. I wouldn't take it to school with me. I felt so like belittled.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's the way they make you feel. It's,
Yeah.
it's not even like, you know, like even, I mean, like it's a bit
Not
like,
even like the whole like it's just the way he made me feel.
No, you're absolutely right. I think mental pain is actually way worse than physical
it takes
pain.
for fucking ever as well because it's not like you can't monitor your progress.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I know that we've both been through depression before. Are you okay to talk about that? Or?
For sure.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, like having been through depression myself a few times, and it's like, you know, like because the ADHD, it's like, you know, you're up and down. Sometimes, you know, stress and everything like that gets on top of you a bit. So it's like, you know, that's what happens, and it's like, you know, but it's but yeah, it's very hard because it's like, you know, I had a call today actually, someone checking up on how my therapy went. You know, like I had therapy about 6 months ago, just kind of check myself after I got made redundant, and I was like, well, like, and they were like, how do you feel now? And I'm like, well, you know, like last week I felt like shit. This week, feeling great, bit of sunshine, absolutely loving it. You know, like life is good again. You know, because I'm being more positive today. I've decided I'm going to be positive, and it's like great, you know. And it's just like, you know, but you get those days where you're just like, oh Jesus, and you're like, come on, get up, get out of bed. It's like 11 a.m. and you're just like, fucking move. You know, like horrible feeling. But it's like, yeah, I just don't get, you know, like, I mean, it's hard because, you know, especially when you've experienced a level of trauma as well. It's just like, you know, like you ruminate, you know, you have all these other anxieties that come with every, you know, like traumatic event, and not even just a single event, but, you know, like a period of trauma, you know, like it's called complex PTSD. So like, for example, people who get arrested, you know, like they have like, you know, the police take your phone, you have like 6 months of this, and you're like, you know, and it's just very difficult because you're kind of questioning yourself the whole time. And I find that, you know, I mean, I've personally been in that situation before where I was wrongly accused of something, and it was like, you know, like, but for 6 months, you're like, shit, what's going to happen to my future? So that kind of, for me, created a complex PTSD syndrome. And, you know, I had to work through that as well. But where am I going with this? Shit. But how do you deal with your sort of, because you mentioned in the notes that, you know, like you go through these manic depressive episodes. How do you deal with it? Because